Would you kindly play the introduction, buddy?
Hey everybody, this is Don't Be Billy Boudreaux. Welcome to another edition of WGS-TV right here on the WGS YouTube channel. Of course, you got me, and you also got my partner here. Actually, I nearly almost screwed up. I don't know.
Sidekick!
No, I wasn't. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that. I swear to God, I didn't want to say that. Anyway, that's staying in the video, by the way. Anyway.
I was going to say something, but as River Song says, spoilers.
Anyway, we're back with another Doctor Who episode review, The God Complex. Now, this was quite the interesting episode, to say the least. Right?
Quite. This was...
Oh, it's a fucking amazing episode then. How about that?
No! It wasn't in that sense. It was way out there.
Exactly.
So out there, it goes beyond the webcam. Look, it's behind it. Woo!
Anyway,
Look, a pig.
Ash, would you kindly set up the episode?
Yes. Basically, the TARDIS... Well, at first you just see this woman in the hotel making some notes and basically saying, you know, every room has something everybody is afraid of. You don't know which room's yours until you find it. But when you do, you come to the acceptance that he's the... Yeah. Crazy.
Now...
We get to the Doctor... the hotel with Amy and Rory, which basically looks like a good old 80s hotel, you know.
Yeah.
Dodgy wooden furniture and walls and photos of loads of people on the wall. And then, you know, they say, oh, time to check in. As soon as they press the ringer, they're at the check-in desk now. How the hell did we exactly just get here?
They don't know.
Which is a bit confusing. But yeah. Would you kindly continue?
I will say this, guys. I did miss like the first 5 minutes of the episode. That's why Ashley was so kind as to set up the episode for me. But
would you kindly get on with it?
Yeah. Well, to say the least, the fact that we think they're in a hotel. Well, it has the
well, they're in a hotel.
Yeah, basically, yes. They're in a hotel. This entire episode setting is basically in this hotel. But when I came in on the episode, the Doctor and all the guys were already freaking out. They also had the rat-looking dude who was much more like a coward. And they had one dude who was all tied up saying, praise him, praise him. And then they have to put...
Yeah, but the reason why Gibbis, the rat dude, is because that was how he was. It's because that's the nature of his people.
Oh, yeah.
Their national anthem is "Glory to insert invading nation here."
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, okay, we surrender, you can have us. Yeah.
I thought their national hero, or their national icon would be "All Hail Scooby-Doo." All hail Scooby-Doo. For those of you who are not fans of Scooby-Doo, I'm ashamed of you. Anyway. Actually, would you kindly tell everybody how it came up to the point where the dude was tied up with mouth, and his mouth was had duct tape all over it?
Well, Joe, the magician or ventriloquist dummy bloke, a la Jeff Dunham, had already become possessed. He'd instead of growing to fear the thing that he hated, which was the dummies, he was laughing with them because he realised the only way out of this horror of the things and everything was to accept the praise of him.
And at that point in the episode, we don't know who him is. Okay,
Do we
guys?
ever know who him is? Do we ever know who... It's a rhetorical question. Well, at least for the time being.
Yes. So we get on, and the Doctor has an idea that, they're trying to get away from this creature. Apparently a creature is chasing them. They don't know who it is. Apparently Joe, the magician, ventriloquist, a la Jeff Dunham, apparently knows who it is, and he wants to stay there because apparently he wants to meet this person, and of course you know that he's going to die. And that ended up happening. So...
Well, no, he died and he didn't die. Because his body was still there.
Yeah, but did his body move? No.
Yeah? I swear I saw him fart.
Wow! And anyway...
Yeah, he kind of made it sound like that.
As we further alienate everybody with this edition of Doctor Who's episode reviews... Now,
Wait, I'm making a list.
Anyway.
Who's next?
Now we have everybody back in, like, the lobby of the hotel after all that incident took place. And the dude with the glasses and the curly hair, who basically looks like the nerd from, I'm ashamed to say it, Victorious on Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Howie?
Yeah. He's starting...
conspiracy theory.
Yeah, and he's getting agitated, he's looking nervous, and then all of a sudden he blurts out, "Praise him! Praise him!" And at this point, the doctor is trying to come up with, a hypothesis as to what exactly is going on. And at that point in the episode, he's hypothesizing that it's fear. Absolute fear is what the creature is feeding on. Because at this point they had to tie Howie up, and then they decided to come up with a plan to catch the monster. Now, Ashley, would you kindly tell everybody what happened?
Well, what it is, they're basically all hiding from the monster, and they go into various rooms. There's one with a clown in. There's one with a PE teacher. We're going, "Have you brought your PE shorts? Okay, you're doing it in your pants then. Get in here now!" Basically like a strict 1980s British PE teacher, apparently, or whatever.
Wasn't Howie's fear the clown? I think Howie's fear was...
No, Howie had recovered from a stutter. And it was a bunch of teenage girls who were basically making fun of his stutter. For the Asian doctor woman, it was...
She was Indian, I think.
Yeah, but it was Asian derivative because she was a Muslim, and she believed in the Muslim ways, and she believes it's their version of hell kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hers was her dad basically saying, "You got a B in mathematics, you're a failure."
Yeah.
Which is possibly a little harsh.
A little.
Gibbis's one apparently was the Weeping Angels.
Yeah.
He thought of a clever way. Hide in the cupboard.
Don't take your eyes off of them. Don't take your eyes off of them.
Of course, the clever thing is, they weren't even real anyway.
Yeah, they were holographic images.
Hologram. They weren't real.
Exactly. Now, the Doctor has developed a plan to catch the creature, and when they have the creature caught, the Doctor is behind the glass, and he's trying to communicate with the creature. And I can't remember what he said the name of the creature was, Ashley. Would you kindly tell everybody?
No, because they didn't say that until the end.
Oh, they didn't? Okay.
No, they didn't reveal that until much later on. But they basically...
But at one point he's talking with the creature, and he said that the creature said he wanted this to end. Did he not say that?
Yeah, he was doing it because he was having to. It wasn't because he wanted to, it's because he had to. Which then makes you wonder, what the hell is going on here? And then all of a sudden... Howie, using his craziness that he's developed from the obsession of the beast, manages to convince, by the sounds of it, Gibbis to untie him. And so the monster goes, "Oh, somebody else for me to get." hi, and goes and takes off Howie. And then soon after Rita gets swayed too much by the praise him of her dad, Rita then basically gets taken soon.
But you know what? Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
But during all that, Amy found her room.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's in it. And then also, just as before Rita's getting munched, the Doctor finds his room, and we don't see anything behind door number 11, which is a nice little nod to the fact that he's the 11th Doctor.
Exactly.
But all we hear is a cloister bell, and then he goes, "Oh, of course." And then he shuts the...
Here's the thing we need to make... Yeah, go ahead.
What that was, who knows, but I've got a theory of it, but we need to probably go on further with the story, so would you kindly...
Well, here's the thing we need to make everybody know about Rita. Now, at that point in the episode, the Doctor and everybody's thinking that it's fear. And what's the most natural thing that people do when they are afraid or terrified out of their minds? They turn to their religious beliefs. Their faiths. Now, when Rita... Well, it was one point the Doctor and Rita were in a hall. I think they were trying to move something. It might have been Howie. I don't know if it was Howie's body or some sort of piece of furniture, but he was looking at something at a picture or something, or a camera. It was a camera. It was a camera because there was a control room, and the Doctor takes off, and then Rita looks up with a smile, a sigh of relief, and says, "Praise him." Now, if the thing is feeding off fear, she wouldn't have done that. So that that led me and Ashley to believe, because Ashley watched it too, or else he wouldn't be doing these videos. At that point in time, that it's not fear that the thing is feeding off, right, Ash?
Yeah. Well, it's praising, praise, belief,
faith.
Yeah. Oh God. Turning into Mason Ryan.
Now, the Doctor...
Nobody that watches wrestling will get that, but,
Yeah.
Okay, if that's sense, George Michael.
Anyway, the Doctor's in the control room, and he calls Rita to try to convince her to stop this, and Rita believes that this was her destiny, that she's happy with this, she's not afraid. The next thing you know, we see the creature come up. Rory and Amy were in there, and the Doctor, via the sonic screwdriver, turns it off because he didn't want to see the next thing was going to happen. And
everybody dignified a peaceful right to die, surely.
Yeah. And Rita is dead. So this is when the
Doctor... they all go to the pub, or the bar.
This is when the Doctor starts to, surmise that it's not fear. It's praise, faith. Because
he realizes that Gibbous has survived. No, but he's realized as well that Gibbous has survived so long because he doesn't have any faith in anything, because that's the way his species are.
Yeah.
They're utter cowards and everything, and...
Rory was the same way. That he didn't have any faith in anything.
Rory didn't have a room because he didn't have any faith, really.
However,
he just had faith in the flow of the stuff. But of course, Amy
had
had a faith for a long time. Remember back to Series Fights, Episode 1.
Faith in the Doctor.
Well, no, the very first episode. Arguably, the clue is in the title of the previous episode. Amy was the girl who waited.
The girl who yeah. Yes, we do, and
that belief that the Doctor would come back,
and then next
which still is in the back of her mind.
And then because of her strong belief in the Doctor, next thing we know, we hear Amy blurting out, "Praise him, praise him."
Oh.
So they take off, and then the creature is coming up behind them, and Amy turns around and looks kind of turned on by the monster. I don't know if that was
possibly it looked like George Michael. I'm not.
Anyway, they get to a room, and next thing you know, we see young Amy sitting down, and the doctor, the only way the doctor can save them, or the way he does save them, is the doctor totally tramples the faith that Amy had in him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a hero. I'm just a madman in a blue box.
Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know...
During this episode and the last couple of episodes, it's also kind of been hinting towards the fact that perhaps he's realising sometimes with these people I have in my TARDIS, I get a bit too much involved. Probably not for their own good.
Now, by the Doctor destroying Amy's faith in him, it kind of cuts off the supply of, I guess he called it food, for this creature. And the creature is starting to die because he couldn't get any nourishment, I guess is the way to call it. The next
and then, of course, everything collapses.
Yes, basically...
and the true extent to what has happened has actually come true.
I think basically, quick way to put it, it was like a huge-ass holodeck from Star Trek. The Next Generation.
Well, no, it's a prison. It's an automated prison.
Yeah, but, you know, to describe it really quickly for everybody so they can get it in general so we don't... They were basically... it was a prison holodeck from Star Trek is what they were.
And basically, when they wanted to get new inmates in, they basically just used the monster to basically kill off the inmate. Yeah, you've done your time. Kill him. Praise him.
Yeah.
You know, that crap.
Then we get to the point where they're starting. Will, you said his name was the mouse creature. That was his name.
Gibbous.
Yeah, he's pointing out his planet, and the Doctor is communicating with the beast that's dying, and then he's revealed.
Yeah, we find out that it's actually a relative of the Nimon, and the Nimon appear in a episode from 1980, I think, a Tom Baker episode, where it's basically not the same story, but it's a similar story that same kind of thing, where they're basically ordered to do something on the strength of beliefs and everything.
So
I'll try and get the episode description while you keep talking.
Well, we've reached the point of the episode where the Doctor is they're in the TARDIS, and they appear before a house. Now Rory gets out and says, "That's my car. That's our house." Amy wants to know what's going on.
Since it isn't, it's their dream house.
Their dream house. Amy wants to know what's going on. And this was kind of a little bit of a heart-wrenching part, because this is the Doctor's way of telling them goodbye.
Yeah. Which was very well done.
Oh, yeah. And then the next thing you know, the Doctor takes off. Rory wants to know what's going on. And that's pretty much it for me on this episode, Ash. What about you?
Just really the Nimon, basically, the glory days of this empire are long past, but many citizens yearn for war again. Then the Nimons appear, and they promise to rebuild the empire, providing that it receives tributes from the race and their leaders. So basically it's a kind of rip-off of the Minotaur and the Maze kind of thing from the Greek reference.
Episode rating time.
It feeds on belief and everything.
Yeah.
Their belief that it's their given right to war. So arguably, this Skonan Empire would have done brilliant with the Sontarans.
Episode rating time for the God Complex. I'm going to go with 4.5 out of 5. It was a very weird story. Unusual cast of characters, but a very brilliant cast of characters. The only reason I'm deducting half a point, and I'm going to sound like a noob on it, I know Ashley's going to ride me a little bit. Well, I'm not going to say that, but anyway, basically he's going to come over to America and kick me in the nuts. The reason why I'm deducting half a point is because Amy and the Doctor and Rory had to say goodbye in this episode, and I don't know. I just didn't want to see that end. I just didn't want to see them part ways. The episodes where the companions part ways with the Doctor, they're always a sad episode. Because how much the Doctor cares for the companions. We've seen that throughout the years. We've seen it throughout the years.
Think about it. Look what happened to Rose.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Donna.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Astrid Peth.
Yeah.
Look what happened to her from the Waters of Mars. They didn't end so nice.
No, they did not. And the Doctor, in this part of the episode, decided that he did not want to put them in any further danger. So that's why they had to part ways. So that's my only reason why I'm deducting only a half a point. Remember, it's just a half a point, not a full point. Just a half a point. It's not a big deal. It's just a half a point. Ashley, your rating on this episode.
Well,
would you kindly give us your rating?
It's certainly another 5. It was extremely entertaining where it was going, because it was really kind of, hang on, so there, and it was like a good old kind of murder mystery. It was like, okay, you've got point A, point B, but how do they connect to point C and point D at the same time? But very well worked. Toby Whitehouse, who wrote the school reunion episode with Sarah Jane, good history he has, and also he did the Vampires of Venice episode from last series.
I've seen that.
Very good. He likes to put sinister stuff in, but also with the twist. But again, this had the heart-wrenching moment at the end, but it was understandable why he did it. And I did think as well, there was a nice touch with them basically moving into a blue house.
Yeah.
With a blue police light, burglar alarm.
Yeah.
And then the really good thing is the dying quote of the Nimon, or the Nimon descendant. All this bloodshed on my hands. Wouldn't it be better if I just died? And the Doctor goes, yes, accept it. And then the monster just goes in a last final breath. I wasn't talking about myself. Dun dun dun! Big shock. So overall, give it 5 praise hymns out of 5. Praise him.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, the official WGS
Would you kindly do the outro? Yeah,
yes.
Kindly give us the overall rating, and would you kindly finish this?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the official WGS rating on Doctor Who's God Complex episode is a 5 out of 5. So with that being said, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/TheWrestleGamer. Don't forget to check out our main website, www.TheWrestleGamershow.com. And also, if you haven't yet, subscribe. When the WGS YouTube channel reaches 400 subscribers, guys and gals, there will be a shout-out video. It'll be my first ever shout-out video, so if you want to get in on the shout-outs, tell people to sub to youtube.com/WrestleGamer.
The confusing thing, of course, is if you get 400 by the time one of these 3 videos has gone up, depending how rubbish or how receptive and everything YouTube wants to be on actually getting the videos uploaded, we might have already done it by then. So, are we creating a paradox? I don't know. Yeah, would you kindly just finish? Sorry, it's confused me.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's the Studley Man Ashley. I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux saying thank you very much for watching.
Would you kindly praise him?
Praise him.
By the way, you do know this was a Bioshock reference, don't you?